Hi boys and girls. Today we are adding the black part to our symmetrical prints. Before we start learning on how to make the black part, we are going to talk about symmetry. Symmetry is when something is the same on both sides. So if we think of something that is the same on both sides, a good example would be a heart. It is exactly the same on both sides. If I fold it in half, there are no parts that stick out. There are no parts that are in like this, where one would be a little shorter than the other. They match up perfectly. So a heart is a very good example of symmetry. But for today, we are talking about radial symmetry. Radial is kind of like the word round, and symmetry is kind of like the word same. So when we think of radial symmetry, we want to think round and the same. So what I mean by that is if I look around my circle, it's the same if I fold it in half this way or in half this way. So if we look, I have a circle in the middle, but I have a circle here, and it happens on all four sides. If I fold it in half, it's mirrored. If I fold it up and down, it's mirrored. If I have this diamond up here, I also have to have it down here, but for radial symmetry, it has to be on all four sides. Just like all these arrows, they're on four sides. So radial symmetry is when something is the same all the way around. To begin making your radial symmetry circle for on top of your print, you're going to use a compass. A compass has a pointy end and it also has a pencil end. You're going to open your compass as wide as it'll go because it moves, and you're going to put the pointy end in the center of your paper. Then you're going to put the pencil end down on the paper, and you're going to spin your compass, keeping the pointy end still and only moving the pencil end. It should fit on your paper. If it doesn't, it means that your point wasn't in the center or you stretched it too big. So what you can do if your circle runs off your paper is you can squeeze this closed a little bit more, flip it over and try again, or make sure that this is in the center. If it's all the way over here, is this in the center of my paper? No, I have this much room on this side and only this much room on this side. If it's in the center, the space around the needle is equal all the way around. So once this is drawn, you can see it if you look very closely. See right there? Once this is drawn, you're going to go ahead and cut that circle out. Now that your circle is cut out, all you have to do is fold it in half one way, and now you're left with half a circle. Fold it in half from side to side, and now you're left with something kind of like a pie. And when you're folding it in half, you need the edge to meet the other edge. I can't fold it like this. That's not folded. That's not folded. That's folded. My lines meet up here, and this meets up down here. And then the part that's being folded, I press down and make a crease. And now I want you to face it so that the point is facing your belly, and fold it in half one more time, making sure that the edge meets the other edge, or it will not work. It won't be radially symmetrical. Now, you're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw little shapes. I want everyone to draw a line across the tip of their circle. That makes a hole in the center, and it'll make your design really pretty. Then from there, you can do whatever you want. Don't put anything in the center. For example, if I put a circle right here, I can't cut that out. Everything I do right now has to touch this side or this side. somewhere where your scissors can get into. We can't fold it in half to cut it because right now the paper is too thick. So don't draw any shapes in the middle. Make all your shapes touch one side or the other. Do not make them touch both. So what I mean is, if I want a circle, I'm going to draw half a circle touching one side of my triangle. If I want a triangle, I'm going to do half a triangle touching the side of my shape. You can do long pieces that come all the way over, but they always have to return back to the same side. Once you're done drawing your shapes, I would like you to show them to me first, and then you're going to cut on the lines you created. Please do not start cutting right away because I need to make sure that when we cut, it's not going to all fall apart. So we have to show the teacher before we begin cutting out our little shapes. Okay, boys and girls, have fun. Bye.